Hi folks, my name is Casey. I use the pronoun she, her. Welcome to the Yoga Wild YouTube channel. If you're new to our channel, please take a moment to subscribe or even write new in the comments below. If you're new to Yoga Wild, we spent our first year as a business nomadic, so teaching in nature and community spaces. And one of the best things about that is we got to meet such amazing venues and spaces in Tacoma. One of those is Alma Mater, where we're filming this class today. Alma Mater is such an amazing supporter and advocate of small businesses, creatives, makers, and artists in the area. So really grateful to be here today. Our class is a Mandala flow for beginners, and often in our yoga practice, we move linear, so right side then left side. In a mandala or circle, we're moving around our mat, and that gives us an opportunity to get different perspectives of our mat, our space, and our body. I have a couple of blocks with me today. You might find those useful as well. We will get started on our backs, Supta Baddha Konasana. For a supported bound angle, come to your back, and especially if you live in a tight body, some blocks or just support to place under your knees might be helpful. Bring the soles of your feet together, open your knees wide, and lie back. And if this feels like more effort than you want this early in your practice, you could always come to constructive rest, so going the other direction, knees touch and feet are wide. But if this feels okay, or maybe just play with the height of your blocks, you could connect to your body and start to breathe. This practice can be really nice for beginners because the first time we see a pose, we'll hold, we'll stay in it. You have plenty of time to listen to cues and not feel rushed. And if you do have a regular practice, this class or working in a circle in a different way on your mat can be fun. It can be a different kind of challenge. And you might get lost at some points, and just know that's okay. For the last few breaths here, notice if you're using some props, maybe kind of slide them out. See if your body has started to open up. Then help your knees together. You can draw your knees into your chest and make your way to tabletop. So option to rock and roll. You could always just roll to your side. However you get there, find your hands and knees. Stack your bones so feel your shoulders line up over your wrists, your hips are over your knees, long in your spine, long in your neck. We'll take a few rounds of cow-cat. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, open your shoulders. Exhale, cat spine, tuck your chin in and round as you press into your palms. Inhale, stretch the front line of your body. Exhale, round and stretch the back of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to tabletop. Inhale, open arm twist. Reach your right hand high. Exhale, thread the needle. Slide your right arm under your left and lower your right shoulder to your mat. Option to bring your forehead down. You could even gaze toward your right fingers. And if you don't connect to your mat, a block or a pillow might be nice to rest your forehead on. We'll come out the same way we went in. Press into your left hand. Inhale, open arm twist. Reach your right hand up. Exhale, tabletop. Other side. Ground through your right hand. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Twist open. Exhale, thread the needle. Slide your left hand through. Lower your shoulder down. Take a little time here. You can draw your left hip back. Look for sensation on the outside of your shoulder. Maybe even bring your forehead to your mat. Round your right hand. Inhale, open arm twist. Exhale, tabletop. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Pick up your knees and lift your tailbone up and back. Really press, press, press into your hands. Find a little bit of movement. Firm up your forearms. Wrap your triceps down. Maybe lift your heels. And try to relax your head. Inhale, high plank. Shift your weight forward. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Know that you could lower to your knees at any time. If your knees are lifted, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, we'll all lower through chaturanga. Bend your elbows straight back and land soft on your belly. From here, press into your palms, lift your chest, hug your elbows in, find a lift. Exhale, lower your forehead down. Inhale, lift your chest. Cobra, maybe high cobra. You can kind of press some weight into your hands. Exhale, lower down. Last time here, inhale, lift, cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Get really active in your legs so your thighs hover away. And then press into your palms and elevate the crown of your head up. So kind of think of what you were moving through in cow spine. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to roll over your toes or press back through tabletop. We'll all meet down dog. We'll flow through that mini vinyasa a couple more times, breath to movement. Inhale, shift forward, high plank with or without your knees. Exhale, lower down. This time, option to pause halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, lift, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. And again, you can lower all the way to your belly if you prefer. Inhale, lift, any height. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, lift your chest, reach your fingertips high, settle in. So palms face in, point your thumbs up, or just any other arm variation. Long through your spine and really sink in or dig in with your heels. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. You can step straight back to down dog or find your chaturanga here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right heel high. Keep your right knee and toes pointed down. Exhale, lunge, step through. Bring your foot between your hands. Inhale, warrior two. Spiral your back foot flat. Lift your chest and open your arms wide like a T. So take time to settle in Virabhadrasana 2. You can gaze down at your right knee. If it's rolling in, so especially if you live in a tight body, be mindful to try and spiral your inner thigh to the ceiling or open your knee more toward the pinky toe side of your foot. And really press in. Your back foot, press through the outer edge as you lift your arch, arms come wide, open your chest. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm can come to right thigh or inside the knee. Sometimes a block can be really nice here as you open your chest. Left hand can be on your hip or even extend your fingertips up toward the ceiling. Now, knee tracks in line with your toes. Try to avoid collapsing into your right hand, strong in your legs. Inhale, star pose. Turn your heels in, point your toes out. And as you create this big X with your body, really dig in with your heels. Strong legs, squeeze your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. So bend into your left knee, arms wide. You can take a little time to pulse or move here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift your left hand up. Right hand can come to your back leg as you lean back. So breathe here, and this is a side body stretch, so we're not crunching in the low back. Feel the stretch through your left side. Your gaze can be toward your back foot, a little bit more grounded, or up toward the ceiling. Sink into your front knee. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, or add in your chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. So, a little different perspective maybe of your mat and your space. And to complete our circle, we will move the same leg. We'll start with the right leg, breath to movement. Inhale, reach your right heel high. Exhale, lunge, step through. Help your foot forward if you need. Set your foundation. Inhale, warrior two, lift your chest. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out, take up space. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand up. Exhale, chaturanga or straight to down dog. So you can always skip that mini vinyasa. You don't have to do it. Take a couple of breaths here. And before we transition to the other side, go ahead and bring one block to the back of your mat. So as we move in our circle, you have that there and handy. So we're going to take this the other direction. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, lunge, step through. Don't feel rushed. No need to hurry. Help your foot forward if you like. Inhale, warrior two. Spiral your back foot. Lift your chest. Virabhadrasana two. So we've already done this posture, but we kind of are facing a different way on this side. So settle in. Energetically, that can just feel different too. Keep your shoulders over your hips. Maybe open your arms wide like a T. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh or inside your leg. You can sweep your right fingertips forward or just keep your hands on your hips. So again, having the block inside your foot can be nice. Just keep that connection light as you open your chest. Inhale, star pose. Turn your heels in. Pause here this first time. Really spread your fingers wide. You're super strong in your foundation, so you can take up space. Maybe even lift your chest. Maybe even gaze up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Bend your right knee, settle in. So you're facing the back of your space now. Take a moment. Knee tracks in line with toes, strong through your back leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right hand up and pause here. So stretch through your side body. You can play with your gaze, whatever works for you, but commit to your lunge. So notice if you're coming out, stay in the front knee. Stretch through your sides. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga or straight to down dog. So each round, each flow, you get to choose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. You get to choose what your vinyasa looks like. Take a moment here, downward facing dog. We will flow that same side to complete our circle, our mandala. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Stand tall. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga or straight to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. A few breaths. Down dog, tabletop, child's pose. You can always come to your knees and rest your forehead down. Take a few breaths wherever you need. We'll work through our mandala, one more round each side. We'll flow through what we know, but we'll see a couple new poses. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach your right heel high. Exhale, lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. This time, exhale, goddess squat. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, sink into your hips. So take a moment. Your feet are at an angle, so they're not on a balance beam. So as you bend your knees track in line with your toes. And they may want to roll in. That makes sense, especially if you feel tight. Just try to keep your knees open. Draw your shoulder blades together, sink in. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Bend your left knee. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. So this one's new. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, shin, or even a block inside your left foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Right hand can reach up, maybe even turn your gaze up. And feel the stretch through the backs of your legs, but squeezing your inner thighs, a little more space through your sides. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your front knee, reach your left hand up. Exhale, chaturanga, or straight to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to move with the same leg, complete our circle. Inhale, reach your right heel high. Exhale, lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, take up space. Exhale, goddess squat, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, straighten your front leg, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, triangle trikonasana, reach forward and hinge. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your front knee, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga, move with your breath. You've got it. These mandalas are challenging. Inhale. Exhale. It requires a lot of endurance. And by focusing on what you're doing, what leg, what side you're on, you're really staying present in this moment. So it's not about doing it all right. Just can you stay with it? We've got our last round, our last circle. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess squat. And pause here on this side. You could always bring your hands inside your thighs, and you could drop your left shoulder down toward the center, maybe add movement, and then maybe switch. And then find your tall spine, stay in the bend in your knees. Goddess squat. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle trikonasana. So I kind of like to shorten my stance. That might feel good for you too. Really reach out with your right hand first so you create all this space underside your body. And then lower your right hand anywhere on your right leg. We just want that connection to be light. Keep a little bend in your knee, open your chest. Maybe you have a prop that brings the ground a little higher up, and that's great too. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your right knee, reach up and back. Exhale, chaturanga, or your path, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Last side, you can do it. Starting with the same leg, inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, triangle trikonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Stay with it. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Final downward dog of your practice. Really care about it. Stay in it. Press in with your palms. And back to your breath. Inhale, gaze to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, have a seat. Navasana boat pose. We're not going to be here long, just a way to transition onto our backs. And lots of options for boat pose. You can hold onto your thighs or your shins, but find a little lean back, and your sit bones will kind of catch. Now draw your navel up and in, so you're hugging your belly button back towards your spine and lifting your chest. And let your spine be your priority. So don't worry about how high your feet are. Maybe your shins do start to come parallel to your mat. Eventually you could kind of straighten out your limbs, but we don't want to start to round just to get our feet higher. So find a level where you can keep your spine long. Then we're going to slowly transition onto our mat. So start to get longer and lower. Longer and lower. Longer and lower. Hold for 3. Release back in 2. 1. Bend your knees, walk your heels in. Reclined half pigeon. Place your right ankle on your left thigh. Flex your foot, open your knee. You can stay here or float your left shin. Maybe even draw on your thigh. Might be nice to move or sway side to side. As you lower your left foot down, open your arms wide like a T. We'll move into our spinal twist here. So option to keep your right ankle on your left thigh and let it fall off to the left side of your mat. And if that feels like more sensation than is good for you now, you could always play with the variation in your legs, stack your knees, or something else. Feel your belly button twist away from your knee. Let the action come from your core. Inhale, lift your left knee back up. Exhale, lower your right foot down. Bring your left ankle to your right thigh. Flex your foot, open your knee, and layer up on this side. So you could even keep your left hand on the inside of your left knee, kind of encourage it open. Maybe both hands under your thigh, or maybe capture your right shin and just draw everything in. Try to avoid rounding up into your leg. You're keeping the back of your head connected. Then lower your right foot down, arms wide like a T, and let your left foot fall off to the left side, or rather right side of your mat. You can turn your gaze towards your left fingertips and just slowly start to breathe. And again, practicing this mandala can be a great way to just change your perspective, add some creativity, and recognize other times during your day where you can just change things up. Opening the door with your less dominant hand, brushing your teeth with your less dominant hand. Lots of little ways that we can add presence and engagement and awareness to our day. From your core, lift back up, and then draw both knees into your chest. Give your legs a hug. Inhale. Exhale, release. Savasana. So maybe you want to end class how you started, Supta Baddha Konasana. My legs feel kind of exhausted, so you could go the other way, knees together, feet wide. or just extend your legs out. Palms can face up or down. And especially if you got really lost or that was more challenging for you today, feel the support of your mat, surface, the ground beneath you. Try to let go of any attachment to the outcomes, what happened, any critique or judgment. Just drop in. Be aware of your inhale. Be aware of your exhale. And we'll just be here for about another minute. I encourage you to stay with it. I'd argue that Savasana, corpse pose, is the most important pose of your practice. Be aware of your inhale. Be aware of your exhale. Just slow and gentle movement in fingers and toes. Maybe let that grow into circles in your wrists and ankles. Inhale, full body stretch. Point your feet, Supta Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale. You can roll to a fetal position or however you want to make your way to a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft and down. Press your palms together at heart center. Remember, it's the choices you make that define who you are far more than your abilities. Thank you for choosing to practice your yoga. Lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead, your third eye. We'll close with one final breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Again, my name is Casey. Thank you for practicing. If you enjoyed this mandala flow, please give it a like or even share with a friend.